So I've basically been working nonstop on this bot for my first client for the past week. I've been, obviously, long before I got this first client, I've been practicing the development of this artificial intelligence technology. And by the time that I went out and got my first client, I already had a foundation and I knew how to do it. I knew uh, how to map it out. I knew how to, you know what I'm saying? I could do my stuff. But as I'm actually putting my skills to this test and I'm receiving raw data so I can integrate into these systems, I'm beginning to realize that there are better ways to do this, aka what I got behind me, but that there are better ways to do this that can provide a significantly better result. So I went out and I looked at my competition, um, a few companies out there, and then I looked for the products that they deliver. And then I realized, okay, this is pretty neat, but I can do something better, right? And the way I'm gonna do that is with this model right here. So if you don't understand what's going on, right, these are different. I call it the neuron model because I'm a neuroscience major and this is what I learned. But all these little individual black boxes that you see, they are the neurons. So those are specific. If you know how to create uh, AI bots and stuff like that, you can call each individual black box a workflow, right? So each neuron or each black box is a workflow, and they can all connect to one another. Now, if you notice, these three right here do not connect to one another, but everything else has a possibility that leads back to the initial three. So even if you go down this path, you can still end up here, or you can still end up here, or you can still end up here, right? So everything below these motherboards are connectable to one another and connectable to each origin. So that's the neuron model. And I think it kind of looks like a brain, but I think it's really efficient. And I hit my foot. Yeah, this is like I've came up with this idea in the past about 2 to 3 days, and I've been working like really nonstop to get this. I'm uncovering. It's like so this is the way that I explained it to my mom. It was like I have this idea, like I know what I want to do, and I know what I want to create. I just don't know how to put it into words, nor do I know how to put it into an illustration. This is something that I've been able to figure out within the past like 24 hours, right? And it was like the first illustration that I have to kind of explain what I'm thinking. But this is probably something that's out there. I just don't know nothing about coding, and I don't know nothing about software development. So if this might probably exist, I doubt that I'm creating something like crazy new right now. But I just don't know about it, and I'm trying to figure this out on my own. I did some research. I couldn't really find nothing though. But the neuron model. So yeah, I think by implementing this model into the chatbot development for businesses using artificial intelligence, we can generate a much more personable, a much more interactable bot, because this model allows for the bot to keep track about everything that the user has said. So it can keep track of the conversation, right? Instead of when you go out there and you talk to a bot, it feels like question, answer, question, answer, question, answer, And then if you want to like figure something out from its few steps behind, you kind of have to restart the whole entire conversation. So it's a pain in the ass, and I'm trying to solve it with this neuron model. And yeah.